Hi, welcome to If You Even Care, episode 2. So, welcome back, maybe if you already saw episode 1, which is super cool to see like the inception of a podcast. I think I like to find things early and invest in them early. It's why all of my TikTok For You page is people with like 30 likes in their videos, because I like to invest. I like to take a risk. I like to see the potential in things, and then I like to follow them and see if it comes to fruition. But I believe in things. I'm a believer. That's what's important. We're officially in spring, and I live on the East Coast. So if you do as well, then you know 2 things about springtime in the East Coast. 1, Rita's is open. Exciting. It's about as exciting as it gets over here. And 2, the second thing that I can't really share with everybody, but if you live over here, then you know. And if you don't, I can't tell you. I feel like I made that pretty clear. So I feel like there were so many thoughts in my mind after recording episode 1. I don't feel like there were. There were thoughts in my mind after episode 1. A lot of them were related to Pokemon, but like I don't want to make every episode about video games or like, Pokemon specifically, because I feel like that would get so tired so fast. So just something that was bothering me, because it popped in my mind, and maybe it bothered some of you as well. Or maybe I'm just easily disturbed. It's an iconic episode, so I feel like a lot of people will have seen it, even if you didn't follow through or like keep up with Pokemon into your adult life. Ash's Butterfree met a pink Butterfree. What the fuck was that? What was that? Because we never got a pink Butterfree in the games. Why did they do that to us? Why did they leave us hanging like that? I mean, when the like regional variant thing became a thing, I was like, okay, this is the opportunity. This is the time. This is when we're going to see our pink Butterfree. And still nothing. Shiny Butterfree isn't pink. So just why did they do that to us? Because as a kid, when I saw pink Butterfree, it was like up in my top 5 now. You've just changed Butterfree for me. Already liked it. Not one of my favorites, but not at the bottom either. You showed us a pink Butterfree. And I love that episode because Butterfree has to like earn pink Butterfree's respect in order to earn her love. It's very sweet. And Ash is like not sure if he's going to let Butterfree go. So then they have a moment where like Ash is, he does the hat thing, the hat shadow. And then he's like, you know what? He goes, I'm just going to tell the others that you went on a trip. And if I were Butterfree, I would kind of be like, but why wouldn't you just tell them? Like, I pulled a baddie. Why wouldn't you just tell them? He found a pink Butterfree. They vibed. They're going to go have kids across the ocean. Why even lie? Why even I'm going to tell the others you went on a trip. Tell them the truth. Tell them I met somebody. Why is it a secret? Where did pink Butterfree come from? There's apparently like an island full of pink Pokemon. I think it gets like a really short little like moment in the show, if I remember correctly from Googling this forever ago, but I'm pretty sure there's like an island full of pink Pokemon. And we're just supposed to be like, okay, that's fine. There's a whole other colorway for just about every kind of Pokemon, and we're just like, that's fine. We don't have to get to experience that. It never sat, a case that never sat right with me. I mean, he did the right thing by letting Butterfree go, because he's, he got a little baddie. But come back. Like, where did you come from? Where can I find more of you? And can we please, like, finally get some kind of variant of Butterfree where we get a pink Butterfree? Because I was really fucked up. That messed me up bad. I wanted a shiny Butterfree so bad because I really thought that's what it was going to look like. Imagine my disappointment. Imagine. I'm in a weird phase right now because I just moved into a new place. You know, when I'm getting into like a new part of my life, like a new chapter, I get super like anxious, and then I have to revert back to some of my old things that I used to enjoy, like my comfort blankets. So I've kind of been doing that lately to soothe me, because I'm in a new place. There are sounds I've never heard before. Something about where I live, it's like 8D audio, and it's like when a car drives by, I feel like the wind hit my face. It's so loud. I can hear people's conversations from across the street. It's a lot. So I've been a little shaken up, especially when I'm by myself, and I have to like adjust to these sounds. So what do? I put Twilight on, or I put on the Twilight soundtrack, you know, or read romantasy. That has been such a journey getting into romantasy. I love a thriller. I love high fantasy. I love a romance. Anything that makes me kick my feet a bit. So you take romance and you take fantasy and you combine it, I'm there. Give it to me. I don't care. It's just there's a couple of things that you have to go into the book knowing and accepting. Romantasy makes you suspend your disbelief in a crazy way. I already know, I open the book, female main character, she's going to be 19 years old. I already know she's 19 and she's a tough cookie. She's been through it and she's poor as shit, and, she's got nothing to her name. She's a virgin, of course, because why would she not be? Even though she's 19, I feel like most people aren't virgins by that age. Some people are, but I feel like a lot of people aren't. But she is. She's different. She's too busy being poor. Her whole day is full of being poor and being beautiful, but in a way that she doesn't even recognize. She probably doesn't even own a mirror. So she's 19, she's poor, but she's got a wild spirit that can't be tamed. Or perhaps she's, collapsed into herself. She's, doesn't have access to the more interesting parts of her personality because she's too busy being poor. So this 19-year-old with a 5-inch waist and just the craziest rack, just absolute like milk cannons. She's gonna have the ass of a peach, of course, but she is as thin as a rail, and she could be lifted away by a strong breeze. She is going to be taken to another place full of magic, perhaps fae. So she's going to meet a man, and he's going to be beautiful. And maybe even she'll meet 2 men, and one of them is going to be blonde. And she's going to be like, I like this guy. I like this blonde man. But at some point, she's going to meet the other guy, and that guy's going to have dark hair, probably black hair. And she's going to go, there's the blonde guy, but there's something about this other guy. And I don't know if it's the hair. I don't know what it is, but he's just different. And like, I go, okay, I already know. I already know who's going to win this. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of a love triangle. Blonde guy is not going to even stand a chance. He's coming into this losing. So, our thin as a rail 19-year-old with a massive rack, she is going to have to train for something. Could be a war, could be to, reach her full potential. Perhaps she has magic of her own, or perhaps she doesn't, and she just needs to become strong because she does. So she's going to train. It's going to be a lengthy training montage, and she's going to very quickly put on muscle. So where she was already curvaceous and absolutely, perfect in every way that you could imagine, she's going to become even more so because now she's toned. It's always she becomes toned. It's never she like really gets ripped. It's always she's toned. That's nice. You're doing like Spartan level, like, body weight workouts, fighting with a spear, like sparring with people all day, and you're getting like a Pilates body. Good for you, but like, where are the abs? Where is like the bicep? Maybe the traps grow a bit, but no. So thin as a rail, toned, massive rack ass of a peach. She is training for war or a fight of some kind, or to unleash her potential. And she's probably training with the guy with the black hair, or she's going to train with the guy with the blonde hair, and things will never progress past a certain point with them because the guy with the black hair exists. So it's going to go this way every single time, and I already know it. And then at some point, at about the halfway point in the story, the guy with the black hair, every time she talks to him, he's going to be straining against his pants. He's going to be throbbing. Every time they have a conversation, I already know his cock is throbbing. Yes, we know. We know. And she can see it. She can see the outline of it. And she's going to become curious about the girth, perhaps, or the length. Depending on how good the story is, maybe I don't even need that. There have been times where I've gotten into a book because the story is really interesting and I completely forgot that it has smut in it. So when they start talking, about something and they're having a moment and his cock starts throbbing, I go, well, hold on a second. And I have to remember it's romantasy, and it's probably going to be a little spicy. I like that. I like that they call it spicy. So there's like a spice meter, and usually book 1 is going to be like a 1, book 2, 5. They're fucking in the sky. So when the romance happens, it sometimes gets a little too sexual too quickly for me. I'm somebody who wants to earn it. Pride and Prejudice, like, Bridgerton, like long drawn out yearning. I want to earn the romance scenes. So if they're into each other too quickly, I go, garbage. Get this out of my face. I don't care. If you're fucking before the halfway point in the book, if you even brush hands before the 300th page, let's say, disgusting, get it away from me. What is this absolute fucking filth? I don't really care for the throbbing and the straining and all of that. It's not what gets me going. It's, her nipples were as hard as diamonds, and he's, and he can't even control his penis. It's straining out of, it's like ripping out of his fucking pants. I go, okay, yeah, that's nice. And then maybe he kisses her on the forehead. That's it right there. That's the shit I signed up for. Maybe they have to sleep in the same bed at some point. They've got to go on their journey to defeat the war or kill the guy, and they got to stay in a place, and it has one bed. Oh no. And he never offers to sleep on the floor. Well, if there's a couch, maybe he'll go, I don't mind sleeping on the couch. And then she's going to go, oh, it's fine. We can share a bed. Every time. So they share a bed. I don't care about what happens in the bed. Unless it's like they actually stay away from each other, but maybe they brush each other a little bit, or maybe they get nervous because they're sharing a bed. That I love. I do not like when there's no nerves involved. When they're not nervous whatsoever. 19-year-old, and the guy with the black hair, he's 700 years old. Maybe 3 decades, maybe 9. Maybe she asks, how old are you? And he goes, I don't even know anymore. Or he just goes, old. I don't care if you had to carve it into stone tablets at the time. You didn't keep track of how many decades old you are. Say how old you are. let us know. I don't care that this man is a century old. I need him to get nervous. I need him to get nervous when our female main character is around. If he's not nervous, garbage. It's filth. Disgusting. I become so conservative. I'm like, what is this fucking why are they just I don't care about it. I want the light hand brushes. I want, her smell lingers. She smells like what do they always smell like? The guy is gonna smell like sand. He smells like sand and the scent that carries on the wind or something. He smells like dreams and promises. And she smells like almonds and figs. What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, almonds smell good, but sometimes it's something really like, I caught a whiff of his scent and he smelled like the moon. What do you mean by that? I need you to break this down to me in Bath and Body Works language. What are the top notes? What do you mean he smells like desire? He smells like earth. They're always earthy, which maybe makes me think like, well, how often are they showering? Because maybe he is covered in earth. You guys are doing training montages out in the middle of nowhere. And it's often in an almost like medieval kind of setting. Is he dirty? Are you actually smelling like mud on him? Yeah, but he smells like everything, earth and wind and fire and sand and stone. And she smells like strawberry peach ice cream. She's like vanilla and lavender. She's also dirty. You guys have been training for hours. But it's fine. We're suspending our disbelief. We are taking our disbelief and we are stretching it to the farthest it can go, like the craziest lengths that you have to go to. You have to jump through hoops to convince yourself that any of this is feasible. We're already going, okay, this world has magic. We're already suspending the disbelief there. Now I have to believe that that this rail 19-year-old, curvaceous body, BBL down, and this 500-year-old man are, shy and nervous around each other. And there's sexual tension that they're not acting on for some fucking reason. And they both smell amazing after fighting for hours on end. And he's straining against his pants. It's just a lot like that I have to do. So 9 out of 10 times this is going to be the case. But I don't think that the genre being kind of I think it's for fun. I go into these books expecting them to be a good time. That's really what it is. I'm putting my good time blinders on. I am just accepting the story for what it is and hoping that it's going to pay off, when things get a little corny. But I don't think that's an excuse for bad writing. I've read some books that were just atrocious. And I'm not somebody, I'm not a writer. I don't really know what to look for, but sometimes it's just in your face. When you watch a real bad dollar store bin movie and you're I don't know anything about film, but I know that this is garbage. I don't know how to write a script, but I know this is objectively just lazy or sloppy. I've read some of those. I try to see them through to the end just in case, because there's some that you just have to warm up to. But I don't think that because these books are mostly just fun, that means that you can fuck around and lose the plot or have massive plot holes or whatever. I just also understand that I'm going to have to just have a good time and not take it too seriously, because that's what my high fantasy and my thrillers are for. This is just, there's a bit of a formula to it. And ACOTAR was the thing that got me back into reading. So that story is just very special to me for that reason. I also feel like I've been prepared for a long time for romantasy because I was a I was a Twilight lover. Love Twilight. Still love Twilight. Don't see that ever changing. It was that book that when I was younger, I read it. I was like heartbeat racing, like hands sweating, so nervous, like reading it because I'm like, what is gonna happen? It's just that book was nothing but sexual tension. I think it ruined me in some ways because me reading that as like a preteen and being like, well, yes, if I liked a man, of course I'd expect him to watch me sleep. I would not expect anything less. Me never having a boyfriend, never even kissed a boy, being like, well, I mean, it absolutely makes sense. It's all elementary, really. If a man likes you, he would want to break into your window and watch you sleep at night to make sure that you're safe. And really, if he doesn't do that, it's like, does he even care? Yeah, well, it's the yearning. It's the nerves. It's the buildup to the tension. It's the, I mean, Twilight was a case of like insta love. Like they saw each other and they were like, I hate you for the next 15 minutes. And then I will become so attracted to you, I physically cannot keep away. I also appreciate that for like, technically this was a romantic fantasy, that Bella's like a normal fucking person, like just no crazy measurements. Like she's not built like that drawing that Dennis Reynolds makes in It's Always Sunny of the model. She's just kind of like a girl, and she's a regular 17-year-old, maybe brooding a little more than your average 17-year-old, maybe pushing the limits of that a bit. But there's a lot of things that it checks off the okay, she's 17, he's 100 something years old. Okay. Got it. There's unbelievable sexual attraction, but how do we keep them from sleeping with each other? He might kill her. Perfect. Yeah, so the whole entire book is about fucking yearning. The whole thing. I wish that there were more people, honestly, if they're going to steal like the template of a book, taking a little bit more from that, a little less from A Court of Thorns and Roses, because oh my God, we know you guys are mates. You're mates. He's Fae and you're mates. Let's invent like a new kind of creature, a new supernatural being. Is that supernatural? I don't know. Fantasy, I guess. A new fantasy being, like a goblin vampire hybrid, and they can be objectively beautiful, whatever. I don't care. They can be gorgeous, but like something else. Can we get into gnomes? Can we get like a Hobbit romance? I don't know, but it's just like trying to find something new is hard. But like I said, Twilight prepared me for a lot. I was a closeted Twilight fan, liking Twilight or Justin Bieber, arrow on your back, red beam at your forehead constantly. Trying to survive in school, not to sound like I'm on some Ned's Declassified shit, but it was hard. It was like everybody's so hormonal and like kind of mean for no reason, especially in middle school. People are mean for no reason because they don't even know. They don't even know what's going on. There's a lot of things about Twilight that you kind of have to just go, I didn't see that. Like horse blinders. But I always understood Bella. Bella always made sense to me. So many things about what she did, I'm like, exactly. There's no other way that would go. Let me tell you something. I get dumped, left on red by my vampire boyfriend, and the only way that I can see him, or even a hallucination of him, is by being in danger. I am going to the corner store and I'm picking up a Bart Simpson cart. And I'm smoking that bitch. Until Edward pops up in the corner and tells me, don't. I'll go, I'm putting it down. Babe. Don't worry about it. I don't even care about that. I am running around with 2 sticks of fucking dynamite in my hands. I am covering myself in tinfoil and going outside in a lightning storm. He knows where home is. He knows where home is. He will be back. But in the meantime, I've got to do what I've got to do. Edward popping up while I'm douching to tell me that I'm going to throw my natural pH off. Like, I need to see you. I need to see you. Where are you? I'm about to slip on a banana peel. Where the fuck are you? And she had to collapse into herself like a dying star in the middle of the forest, curl up into a ball. What else was she gonna do? She got fucking dumped by a vampire who, I love that he went into her bedroom and like took all the photos of himself out. Oh wow, it's like you never even existed. Shut up. That's like, I guess, the equivalent of like Edward archiving all the posts he has together with Bella. But yeah, I still remember you. You can't swipe my memories. It's just a picture. I will draw you from memory, motherfucker, and I will put you back in that frame. He was really playing with her. Oh yeah, I'm just going to go have a normal life now. Thanks. I'm just going to go and marry Mike Newton. And I'm going to have a normal life after knowing there's vampires, falling in love with one, and basically being welcomed into his family. But you took those pictures out of my bedroom, and now the memories are starting to fade. I would actually become outside of my mind. Like tinfoil hat, like conspiracy level. Like, I know Bella did her cute little like Google vampire. It's got to go deeper than that, Bells. We got to get you on the dark web. We've got to find a forum where people like you can connect, because you're not going your whole life without your vampire boyfriend. Another thing that I've been getting into that I always go back to because I just love this game, The Sims. I love The Sims. I play on PC with a shit ton of custom content, as the game should be played. I have so much respect for vanilla players. It's just not my journey. Okay? We're all riding our own horse, in the words of Jesus Nice. That was Jesus Nice that said that, right? Or maybe I came up with it. Or maybe I invented that. I don't know. I'll search it up later. I love The Sims. I've played all of them. I think The Sims 3 is a masterpiece. Sims 2 as well. But Sims 3, you could get in your car, go across town, leave your family at home. You can be at a party. Everybody's at work or whatever the fuck. You could zoom around. Does the game crash every 10 minutes? Yeah, that's the price you pay for fun. You have to pay with EA. You have to pay a price for fun. In the case of The Sims 4, that would be like over $1,000. That's besides the point. I've been getting back into The Sims. It's a very comfortable game to play, depending on how you play it. My, my style is, and I'm willing to call out my own hypocrisy here. I'm going to take some accountability here. I'm coming for the romantasy authors and the way that they give their characters the most like insane proportions. I get into The Sims, I start a new game, and I go, she's going to be a struggling painter. She's a little gloomy and she loves cats, but she's also creative. That's her outlet. I'm giving her a backstory. I'm developing character. She was, adopted, had a rough relationship with her adopted family. So she moved out on her own. She got her own apartment. And now she's trying to make it in the art world. But she's being held back by her own demons. Now I'm in Create a Sim. We're going to give her a breast lift. I would say implants and a breast lift. BBL, of course. Fat transfer. Fill out those thighs a bit. Now let's give her a lip flip. Okay, fox eye lift. And 24-inch, 320 gram Bellamy hair extensions. And we're going to put her in the latest fashion trends. We're going to put her in some Miu Miu. And then we're going to get into our penthouse suite. We're going to start decorating. And she's going to have, money's really not an obstacle here. It's really just about the vibe. It's about living in the most beautiful place possible. And when I start the game, was my intention to do like a rags to riches. She's going to live in a shitty apartment. That's out the window. I'm in too deep now because I need a luxury apartment. I'm not moving into one of those pre-made fuck ass EA apartments. It's not happening. So, and then because I have mods in the game, she's going to spend most of her time hitting the bong and partying, and the objective will be completely lost. I forgot why I even made her in the first place. I'm just playing Barbies at this point. I'm literally just playing Barbies the same way that I did when I was a kid. And me and my friend would be like, okay, how many boyfriends is your doll going to have? I'm going to have 3, maybe 4. And I'm really rich. And I think I'm going to be the most beautiful person in the school. But if you want to do that, maybe I could be like the second most beautiful person in the school. And we kind of work things out that way. I am reverting back to that fully. I open the game. I know what I want to do. But it's just something else takes control. I'm no longer, it's not me in Create a Sim. That's something back here. That's something else. I don't want to do that. I don't want to create unrealistic, body standards for women. It's not me doing it. It is something else entirely. I'm being taken over. But that's usually how that goes for me. So because every time the game updates, I have to be the man in the chair, hacking into the system, getting behind the firewall, aka updating all of my mods. Why is this the most stressful thing I've ever done? I don't even want to play the fucking game at this point. I get on, I go, I'm going to play The Sims for a bit. I'm going to spend about an hour playing The Sims. I spend 3 updating my mods because the game is so broken. I open the game, my Sims are naked. That's not okay. They're naked. All my stuff is gone. The fucking menu doesn't work. I can't click on anything. Okay, I already know what I'm going to have to do. So I did recently try to play a vanilla game. This is my experience playing The Sims 4. No mods, completely vanilla, just the game God gave us. Well, no, the game EA gave us. I invite Don Lothario over. In every game, you already know you're going to get in there, you're going to break up a family or 2, and Don Lothario is going to come into the picture because he's just fucking everywhere, he's just around. So I invite Don Lothario over. And money's a little tight. I just lost my astronaut gig, so I go, I'm going to sell the bathtub, get a little extra money. I already know Don's not going to come over and do it. He's not going to fucking cook up a meal for us. So I order some pizza. The pizza guy finally arrives and he stands around in my kitchen for a while. I can't get him to leave. That's fine. Now Don's there. He comes in, goes right for my computer. And I'm talking 6 to 7 hours of blick block. I am so close to selling the computer. It's just disrespectful. So I finally get him to get off of the computer and we take it to the bedroom where he goes on my other computer. And that's going to last a couple of hours too. Now I'm mad. Now I'm upset. So I call over the father of my child, one of my children, because I've got several. And really the only point in having them is to see what they would look like. They don't live with me. I don't see how that's even important to the story, to be honest with you. So I feel like we should kind of leave that out. It's a little bit sensitive. I've got other shit going on. Just sold my bathtub. So I invite over Akira and I'm like, okay, he's going right to the fridge. He's going to go get a bowl of cereal. I already know how it goes. I go, Akira, put the cereal on top of my fridge and let's go to the bedroom. We woohoo right in front of Don, right in his fucking face. He doesn't care at all. He didn't even blink. It's just blick block. He's locked in. I don't even know if he's good at the game. Now I'm annoyed. So I try to get Don's attention again. Akira's in my kitchen putting water glasses everywhere. Just glasses of water on every surface in my home. Why are you fucking doing? Okay. I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm pregnant from that first woohoo. I'm just going to put that to the side. That's a later problem. I try to get Don to woohoo in the shower with me. Akira walks in and I actually get a reaction from him. One thing about that man, he is jealous. It's actually scary. I get out of the shower, he slaps me. Don does nothing. He is not my white knight. He steps out of the room. He goes, "That's your business." I understand. Akira slaps me. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Throw a party? I'm going to throw a party. I throw a party with the last of my money. I'm just trying to put things on a scale here. There's, my Sims got to eat. I got to party. So I throw a party. Judith Ward comes in. She's immediately going to my closet to fuck Marcus Flex. And it's old news. It's like we're not even interested in it anymore. Like, why even keep it a secret? Like, you guys are sneaking away. Oh, well. Don't care. Like, boo. Just fucking make it official at this point. Caleb Vittori, he's hogging the bubble blower. Nobody even wants to go over there because he's being fucking weird and he's like hissing at people. So nobody's really having a good time. People keep taking bowls of cereal out of my fridge, where I keep my cereal, of course, and then leaving them on everything. Somebody's got like a plate of ham and cheese. I don't know what's going on. I put a dance floor in the middle of my living room for you people. And this is what you do to me. They're not even dancing. Both computers are occupied. Yeah, of course. Right to my fucking computers. Do you guys not have Wi-Fi? Or is it a computer issue entirely? You just don't have computers at your house? Because if it's Wi-Fi, like that's not that's pretty affordable. I feel like you could find a way. Go to a cafe. It's fine. Everybody goes, "Your party fucking sucked. It was ass." I go, "Well, no shit. I put a dance floor down. Nobody used it. You guys are too busy standing in my bathroom. Why are there 20 of you in my bathroom? I don't even have a bathtub. What are you doing in there?" And Judith Ward comes in. Everybody freaks the fuck out. They're all screaming. I'm like, I need to put the mods back in my game just so I can smoke a joint vicariously through my sim, because I actually can't do this. That game is so broken, and the fact that they keep putting more packs and expansion and whatever the fuck kits, I don't care, out for us to buy. It's insane. Yes, I'm going to play Inzoi. Yes, I'm moving on. Sims 2, Sims 3 will always have a special place in my heart. I wish that I could play The Sims 3 without it just absolutely shutting down on me. No matter what I do, what mods I add, it's ruined. But I'm gonna try Inzoi. So, fuck EA. Like, what? Do you even want us to play the game? Do you even like us? Do you even see us as people? Are we even human to you? Anyway, that's all I got this week. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed on YouTube. I know it's a teeny tiny milestone in the grand scheme of things, but 100 subscribers really did make my day. And I'll put all the links for everything I could think of, and maybe a little more, in the description of the video. If you like the episode, maybe leave a review if you're feeling up to it. Because if you're not in the right mood for it, then maybe you're not going to give the review that's really in your heart. And new episode next Friday. Yeah, goodbye.